Hello, beauties. Oh my God, I love synchronicities, y'all. Like, I promise, like, you cannot make it up. So, this message is about Blue Jays, okay? So, I'm going to call this reading Blue Jay messages. And it's funny because these Blue Jays was doing the most yesterday and today. And yesterday, like a blue jay flew up to my patio door and basically flew right up, and I just kept hearing all this noise, like they are like really yelling and going back and forth. And so I get up and I go to look out the door, and literally there is a blue jay right above the door, sitting on the gutter. And it was like he was just, shaking his little ass and waving his little ass all in front. And then I look and I'm like, wow, there are a ton of redbirds just chilling on my patio. And there's blue jays chilling in the tree. And I'm just like, I didn't really know blue jays and redbirds to kind of congregate together. So that was very weird. But then something happened and it distracted me from it. And so then today I wake up and I'm journaling and I'm listening to my affirmations. And once again, these birds are making a lot of noise. They're flying up, on the patio and everything. And so I get up and I'm like, okay, like you are really trying to get my attention. What's up? You got my attention. And then the bluebirds are yelling at each other from tree to tree, giving each other messages. And so I said, okay, I'm getting ready to go look up all of the meanings of blue jays and see why this is, symbolic for me right now. And so I'm reading, the symbolism, and a friend calls right as I get to a specific spot. And I answer the phone and she begins to go straight into telling me, confiding something. And what she was speaking was literally at that part of what I was reading with the Blue Jay. So I told her, wow, this is the synchronicity. This is what I just read. That was her response back to the issue that she was going through at that moment. And so we talk, we hang up, and I go back to reading, and then another friend calls up, and same thing happens. Me and this friend, we are talking, and then she shares some stuff, and I said, "Huh, interesting. I was just reading this about the blue jay," and so I wrote. I've been like stuck in this blue jays energy for a few hours, and so I'm like, you know what? I gotta share this. I can't just keep it to myself. I can't just keep it to myself because for somebody else, you may be seeing blue jays. And let me tell you, I was getting a lot of 333 was just on the screen. I was getting a lot of messages with it because I'm just excited. Let me tell you some of the symbolizations of it. Okay, so faithfulness, solidarity, courage, and protection. And, when I think about that faithfulness, for me, that faithfulness is also attached with that freedom, liberation. And the blue jay is also associated with the throat chakra, and freedom of speech, speaking your truth, holding on to the inner vision, right? And so, all of this fits. It's all about joy and good vibes. A lot of my paintings lately has been all of these different shades of blue, just to express just that, the good vibrational state that I have been in. It represents strength, intelligence, strength of character, and efficiency. Of course, it also brings energy of good luck, right? Good luck, blessings. loyalty, the ability to adapt and like chameleonize yourself in is that even a word? I don't even know, but as a chameleon, like shapeshift and adapt and just go with the flow, right? The blue jay reminds us to be adventurous and to trust our instincts, trust our intuition, to take chances and put yourself out there and take risks, but not be reckless, right? You want to have a playful energy, but you don't want to deal with some circumstances that could have been avoided, right? It's about, being creative and letting go of your inhibitions and just being free. It represents, being a very resourceful person, right? Daring to be different and, following your dreams, living life to the fullest by being in the present moment, not giving up and using that resourcefulness and that cunning cleverness to always, think quick on your feet and get out of situations, right? That's how that, it's like using the imagination to maneuver through life, right? But I couldn't help but to notice that trickster, the negative aspects of it. When I thought about that blue jay, like shaking its ass, like in my face, it reminded me of that trickster energy of, it rolling with the foxes and the coyotes. It can be clever, it can be very cunning to the point of, I'm going to cut you, I'm going to cross you. And how funny, I'm sitting over here looking at a puzzle that I put together of a fox. And that fox is literally sitting on top of a unfinished coyote painting that I began painting. And that's a whole nother message. But there it is, right? And so when I think about those blue jays yelling back and forth at each other, like for somebody, there is a message that is about to come in. Something is about to be put on blast about some deception that has gone on behind your back. Now, also one of the other negative attributes of it was the arrogance and the selfishness, right? So someone has done something, taken something that did not belong to them, that was yours. They possibly could have come into your home and taken some things. And now like their character is about to be put on blast because it's also, a test of strength and character and stuff, right? The blue jay represents so many different things, so somebody is about to be exposed and put on blast, and the truth is about to come to light. And yeah, but also the blue jay comes with a lot of good vibes, right? So yeah, that part of the message is not going to be for everyone. Everyone doesn't have that trickster spirit around them. But, for those of you that do, hey, you are intelligent enough to maneuver through this situation. And one thing that the blue jay comes with is protection and loyalty. Okay, so they are loyally protecting you and making sure that everything is as it should be. Okay, so call on the blue jay spirit when you feel as though there is a blockage on your path and you need some direction to move through that. You can do a meditation where you visualize yourself, and I'm not going to tell you what to visualize, so picture yourself somewhere in a beautiful surrounding where you will encounter this blue jay. What is this blue jay doing? What is this blue jay communicating to you? And then receive that message, but also receive the energy of the blue jay and absorb that strength and the freedom of speech and that clear inner vision and all of the good luck and the loyalty and that adaptability and that adventurous, curious, absorb all of that energy that the blue jay is giving. Also, if you need a little boost in encouragement and motivation and to feel empowered, call on the Blue Jay to increase your confidence and make you feel that sense of empowerment. If you need help to get through the fear of failure, to help you push forward in a project, to make you more aware of what your abilities are, what your strengths are, to be able to execute whatever this project is that you are doing, or whatever this goal is, to help let go of any old hurts, any releasing any old relationships or situations that just weren't, serving your highest good. If you need help with any of that, you can call on the Blue Jay, spirit animal, to help you with that. So that is, pretty much all the information that I have for now on the Blue Jay. But you have to look it up. And I think I went to like spiritualanimals.org and looked up the symbolisms on the Blue Jays. But I went ahead and I pulled some cards, so let's go ahead and do that. We have the Emperor here, okay? So for some of you, the Blue Jay is telling you to embody this Emperor energy of, getting structure in your life, being ready to take the lead, organizing something to make improvements. You are going to be the boss of something. So maybe this is someone that is in some sort of official position, or for those of you that connect with that coyote and that fox energy of, some sort of arrogance and selfishness, because the negative the negative aspect of the Emperor, or should I say like the reverse meaning, would be someone that's arrogant, that is selfish, maybe even like narcissistic. So someone wanting to be controlling. And I can't help but to, notice that energy, because we have the tower right next to it, and in this tower something has blown up and exploded, and someone is just like left out in the ocean, like, oh my God, like what the fuck, so that goes back to that energy of, someone being put on blast. Because once again, I have there's this blast on there, and some truth is about to come to light, and it is about to really, put that deceitful energy, on blast and out in the open. But for, I guess, you, the person that is watching this, 1313 was just on the screen. This may be your wheel of fortune, like something, that they have done that they had held back from is now catapulting you into this very abundant energy, to where like you may have, like, I'm looking at the people on here and they look all sad and overworked, and now all of a sudden, it's like they've been laboring and going around in circles and cycles, and like now it's like, boom, I've completed this cycle, and no matter what, this person, has worked hard and have stayed faithful. Like that's what it is. The Blue Jay represents that faithfulness, right? So you've remained faithful, even if you had to be in a solidarity moment, right? Like in isolation, you still had the courage. You still, were resilient, and, continued to persevere. You continued learning and improving yourself. So doing a lot of inner work, you've been trusting your intuition by receiving that clear, that clear inner vision. And, Seven of Pentacles is here. You've been constantly working, just period. You've been constantly working on yourself. This is someone working on mind, body, and spirit. This is someone that has just been trying to maintain and stay balanced. Well, you know what? You about to be in an overflow, because this Wheel of Fortune is bringing in this Nine of Cups, making it feel as though, like you are being presented with so many blessings. It's just going to make you feel so overjoyed. Like you are going to, like, you're You're going to go through a wave of emotions where it's like, you're not going to know whether or not you want to scream, whether or not you want to cry, whether or not you just want to drop to your knees and pray and thank God. Like, it's just all of this overwhelming joy and finally feeling like I'm victorious. I finally did it. I'm finally getting what I deserve. Yeah, so expect some news to come in. Expect some news to come in about some money. This page here, the page is, a communicator, and the Pentacles is talking about some money, and it's funny because I woke up this morning, I was having a conversation with someone, and I was one of the passengers, and the passenger was saying how, someone had so much money that they should do this and they should do that. And I'm like, why should anyone be pocket watching anybody else's money and saying what they should do with it? If someone has shared a successful technique with you, take that successful technique and implement it yourself and achieve it yourself. Don't expect that other person to do it for everybody, because it's impossible for one person to do it for everybody. Like, don't even put that type of burden and obligation on someone else. Like, we should never be watching someone else's pockets and saying, oh, because this person is in such an overflow, they should be doing this or that with it. No, because let me say this, and another friend of ours, we had a conversation about this just today too. A person that is in such a state of overflow is obviously pouring in to that universal flow, right? They are already making deposits. They are already blessing other people and giving back, which is why it keeps coming back multiplied. So don't ever watch or try to, say what someone should or could be doing, because as we are in that energy of somebody else's should and could, what are we doing for self? What is this journey about? Oh yeah, back to me. So like, yeah, let's know that everyone has a time and place for their blessings, okay? And you are definitely going to be blessed, abundantly blessed. Like, we have the King of Cups here. So like, you are going to be risen to a higher status. When this news comes in, it is putting you in a whole nother position. And we got the Two of Swords here, because you're going to be faced with a decision, right? Of what to do, how to do it, who to move, who to allow to move with you. So you're going to have to pay close attention to that, because there's some energies around you that's facing judgment, right? So let's say, for instance, this is a family member that deceived you and stole something from you. They kept an inheritance, and they didn't do right. 1818 is just on the screen. They didn't do right, and so they just lived their life thinking that shit was never going to hit the fan, and nobody knows what's going on, but it's somehow revealed. It blows up in their face, and no matter what, it creates a victory and, this wheel of fortune that just overflows in your life. And now they're going through this stuff, and now they need some legal consultation to help them get out of the shit that they put themselves in. And they like, oh, can you help me? Can you help me? They're going through this judgment, and they're like, oh, can you do this or can you do that? And now you're stuck in this indecision type of energy of, what should I do? Should I help them, or should I? Let me tell you, we got the devil here, right? And the devil entangles itself, right? So the devil can choose to release any of these behavior patterns, addictions, wrongdoings, attachments, whenever they want, right? So bottom line, if he wants to be angelic, he has to choose to be angelic, right? Don't allow this person to attach you to their deceit. Because see, some of y'all got such a beautiful heart that y'all be like, oh, you know what? I'm not gonna I'm not going to go against my family, even though my family did this or that or whatever. No, it's not you going against your family. It's them going against themselves. That's period. They did it to themselves. We all have choices, and the choices that we make, we know has consequences to them. So when we do those things, we are deciding in that moment, if that consequence should come up and get me, then that's what I'm going to have to deal with, right? Yeah, well, you know what? I personally, I'm not built for jail. I'm not built for jail. So I don't do jail things. You know what I'm saying? And so like, I don't want to roll with somebody that is doing jail things because I can't go to jail. You know what I'm saying? Like, and let's put it like that. So, bottom line, what I'm saying to you, and I guess, a little sarcastic way is we're not sharing other people's karma. Yeah. We're not sharing other people's karma. And yeah, they want you to be in this discontent energy and sit there with them. But before you make any decisions, you better go within. You see, that Hierophant takes time to go off in that isolated cave in the dark and enlighten themselves. This is some deep inner work. So before any major decisions, go within. Wait for that enlightenment to come. Don't allow yourself, and with the Hierophant, he's looking at this scroll. So it's like taking in all of the facts, taking in all of the wisdom, all of the truth. And making a choice from integrity. Yeah. Because we have the Three of Swords here. Because there's been a lot of hurt. Yeah, there's a lot of hurt. There's a lot of pain that comes with this. And we don't want to make decisions based off of being hurt and being that hurt person that wants to hurt people. We don't want to be malicious, right? So what that's saying is, yeah, we might not want to be the one to incarcerate that family member and make such harsh, judgments and say on what should happen, right? We don't want to do that. We don't want to be that person. We don't want to be bitter and seeking revenge. But we want healing. We want peace. It's all about healing that wound. Healing that wound. And if you are able to be a blessing without any attachments. Because we have the three of cups here. Because you will be celebrated. You will be recognized. You will, continue to have an overflow. We have this Queen of Pentacles energy here. You're being placed in, you're going from poverty to power. That's what I would call this, poverty to power. So this blue jay is here to let you know that the freedom that you've been looking for is here. So I'm going to just leave this message right here because I think this is more than enough and way longer than I anticipated. If you have made it this far to the reading, please make sure you go ahead and hit that like button, subscribe if you have not subscribed. And if you ever need a personal, check the description. Bye, y'all.